Okay, so in this video, my goal is to take you through my post-shoot workflow, whether that's sports, portraits, commercial work, anything like that. This is the same process that I follow. So right now, everything is on the camera. So obviously I'm going to get the camera out of, or the card out of the camera. And I shoot in CF Express Type B cards because I shoot Nikon, but SD card, whatever, it doesn't matter. It's all the same thing. I have a super fast card reader. This is by Lexar, and I really like it. It does my CF Express Type B. It'll also do SD for CF Express cards or micro SD cards. I actually have a separate USB-C card reader. So I'll plug the card in there. And because I'm running a Mac now, everything is USB-C. So I've got a USB-C to USB-C cable. Plug all of that in, direct into the machine, and let's see what pops up here. There it is. So the Nikon Z8 just came up on the screen up here. What I'm going to do, the first thing that I do is I create a folder, and my naming structure is the date and then what it is. So in this case, this is new folder. I'll just create it here on the desktop. Doesn't really matter where you make it, whether it's the desktop or whether it is buried in a folder file structure somewhere. The reason I do it on the desktop is because I transfer all this stuff after anyway. Nothing lives on the machine long term. It only lives on the machine as long as I'm working on it. Then it gets offloaded to an external hard drive. Real quick on that, external hard drives and data backup, I run two 2 terabyte external hard drives. One is a primary, one is a backup. And they're labeled for that particular year. I've only ever needed 2 terabytes for every year so far. I'm sure that'll change at some point and I'll have to upgrade to a 4 terabyte drive or something. Or I may stick with 2 terabytes and then just do like first 6 months, second 6 months kind of thing. But anyway, so we're going to rename this folder. And this would have been 11, what's today? Today's the 21st, so 11, 19, 25. Wang Sports Portraits. So now that I've got that folder created, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up this one here. I'm going to go to all of my images, which the one thing I really do like about Mac is the preview window. However, looking at this, obviously it doesn't give me any preview window. What's in here? More photos. Fantastic. So what we'll do, I know why. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to copy all of my NEFs over into the Wang Sports Portraits. I do like that. That was nice. The benefit of having a super fast card reader, something like this, is right now that's 5 gigs of information that's being copied over, and it'll be done in less than a minute. And then what I'll do is I'll grab the photos from the other one, the other folder as well, just to make sure. Looks like I will have to get a plug-in or a driver to be able to read these. So we'll drag those in. I create a folder on my desktop. Again, the files only live on here as long as I need them while I work on them, and they get offloaded. Naming convention is date event. And then I'll create a subfolder within here, right? So I'll come in and I'll say, okay, within here, I want to create a new folder, and this one's going to be labeled raw. And then I'll do another one for, whoops, that's not what I wanted. I guess I can name it edits is what I want to call it. And then just drag that back into here. So raw and edits, all of the raw images go into that particular folder. Just so I'm not cluttering up this one here. Will it let me do it? No, it won't let me do it. I'll do this. Copy. Paste. And now I can delete them out of here. Move to trash. So now all my raw images are in this particular folder. Once I'm done with Lightroom and I export my edits, they go to that edits folder. So again, file structure is on my desktop, I create a folder, date, which apparently I already messed that up. Date and event, and then within that, raw and edits, and I only bring in the NEF. So when I shoot, real quick, going back to the actual event, the way I set my camera up, I've already talked about that, but what I do is, because this camera has two cards, it has an SD card here, and it has the CF Express. Because the CF Express can read and write files faster, I choose the larger files to be written to that card. So all of my raw files go to the CF Express card. The SD card has all of the JPEGs. I shoot in RAW and JPEG Fine, JPEG Large, whatever you want to call it, whatever your camera calls it. I throw the JPEGs onto the SD card. The SD card is literally only there for a backup. I almost never take that card out of the camera. The CF Express card is the one that goes in and comes out. That's where I do all of my raw images. I work with raw images, so that's that. So there you go. That's step one of this process, the file management system, copying from camera over onto the machine. On to the next one.